Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 9th episode of the 9th season. I always find it mad when you say the same digit as the season, but mate, we are rocking and rolling and flying through it, nearly at double digits. And you know, last episode again is another interesting. We're heavily focusing on, well, we kind of heavily focusing on the Sheldon and Amy relationship, but kind of separately. You know what I mean? We're never really engaging with them together collectively, and it's not even with the group either. You know what I mean? It's hardly even them talking about it or being in it. It's them kind of just having, I don't know, conversations about their relationship separately, solely to their group. So do you know what I mean? So last episode, obviously, we had Penny and Bernadette talking to Amy about her date with Dave, and then obviously we had Raj and Howard helping, you know, Sheldon potentially find a date for himself. So like, you know, none of them are really talking about Amy, talking about Sheldon and their relationship, but like they're both seeking help from their friendship groups, kind of like to get past it, if that makes sense. And obviously, I feel like the focus is on them, but like differently, you know what I mean? So like, she's got a date with Dave in the episode. Obviously, Stephen Merchant is from England. You know, she's talking about how obviously her boyfriend was a physicist called Sheldon. He's like Dr. Sheldon Cooper, and then boom, mate, the guy's gone off on it. He loves him. He's his idol. He's been to his lectures, speeches. You know what I mean? He's asking questions about him. This led basically Amy to say, look, mate, you know, no more dates for us. You know, I broke up with Sheldon. I didn't want to be, and you know what I mean? I don't want to be with somebody that obviously talks about him 24/7. I wanted to move on it, and it feels like I'm just stuck here in a rut. Now Sheldon's obviously, you know, used Howard and Raj's help to seek a female companion, because they done it the first time. They was the one that matched with Amy and took him to the coffee shop. They created another thing. They posted an ad on Craigslist, and you know, instead of them just getting Sheldon's number, it was a big old puzzle. You have to decipher Klingon and you know, loads of different scientific experiments and codes, and you know, it basically revealed Sheldon's apartment, and this female actually decoded it, and she arrived like 5 minutes late. That's not good enough for Sheldon, even though it seemed like they was really compatible and a good match, you know, and she seemed actually really, really nice. Sheldon was like, look, you was too late, see you later, alligator, slam the door. So, I mean, I have no idea if we're going to progress with any of those, but I thought it was really interesting. And like I said, I feel like heavily focusing on them two, but not really together. They've hardly even seen any scenes of them in the same room. So maybe we're going to get that in today's episode, because they are really good, and I'm excited, obviously, to see what we do. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Have you guys seen this feature that lets you talk to Siri without pressing any buttons?
So now anyone can control your phone? Hey Siri, show me pictures of naked grandma butts.
Nice try. It only recognizes my voice.
Hey Siri, show me pictures of naked grandma butts.
Here are some images of naked grandma butts.
Now that I'm no longer with Amy, I have an extra ticket to the annual Thanksgiving lunch buffet at the Aquarium cafeteria. Who wants it? When you realize you won't be going alone, I'll be there the whole time. Can you people hear me?
Well, we're having everyone over.
Yeah, Leonard and I are going to be cooking all day.
Otherwise, we'd love to.
Oh, they're all coupled
Raj
up.
and I are volunteering at the soup kitchen, feeding food to the homeless.
Oh, I can't. I'm going to the soup kitchen too.
You said that sounded like the worst thing ever.
The best thing ever now, though.
Support me when I'm lying. Why are we married?
Well, I'm calling because Thanksgiving is coming up, and I wanted to offer you the aquarium ticket. Anyway, I wouldn't want the tickets to go to waste, so take whomever you'd like. And feel free to tell your guests that the Myanmar catfish is also known as the pilgrim fish.
Maybe we could go as friends.
You don't think that will be awkward?
Well, it is Thanksgiving in an aquarium cafeteria, so I'm going to go out on a limb here and say yes.
Oh, and forget what I said about the Myanmar catfish. My list of marine-themed pilgrim facts is pretty short.
Soup kitchen manager assigns the jobs and his shifts are 6 hours.
I don't want to complain for that long.
Do you ever do anything for anyone else?
I happen to be a giving and generous lover.
Are you and I close enough for me to say that's creepy?
We are, and I believe the word you're looking for is
I appreciate you guys coming down, but we already have enough people. Any other day, please, come back.
wipe that smug smile off your face.
Maybe I'm happy that so many people turned up to help the less fortunate.
I was wrong. A large group had to cancel.
Wipe that smug smile off your face.
The thing is, right, with stuff like that is why it's basically like Valentine's Day, you know. I always say, why is it that you need that one specific day of the year to go out on a date and spend, you know, over the odds that you would do in a normal. You know what I mean? Like you go out for a steak, it usually costs you $100 or something. It's costing you $150 on Valentine's Day. Do you know what I mean? Literally no other difference than it's just a day. And it's like this as well. They come to the soup kitchen to volunteer. Great. You know what I mean? I'm not actually knocking anybody for doing that. But what I'm saying is, like, why does it have to be a special occasion to do that? You know what I mean? Like, he's saying, we potentially have too many people, but on any other day, we don't have anybody. You know what I mean? Like, why don't people not just do it just randomly? You know what I mean? To help out sporadically across the year, instead of, like, one thing where, like, everybody's there in abundance. You know what I mean?
Look at us. Our first Thanksgiving as husband and wife.
I know. I feel so grown up.
Sweetie, you are grown up.
Really? How many grown-ups do you know who have Mr. Spock oven mitts? Hey, the recipes are on my iPad. Will you pull them up?
Yep. What's the code?
My birthday.
She doesn't know it.
It's not working.
Oh, there. What number were you putting in? You don't know my birthday, do you?
Yes, I do.
When is it?
May. I'm not gonna say your password out loud. That is not secure. You don't know everything about me.
Your birthday is December 2nd. You grew up on Perkins Street. The last 4 digits of your social are 7621. And the odds of me letting you forget this are 0.
Look at us. Our last Thanksgiving as husband and wife.
Ready for the aquarium?
I am. And in an effort to reduce awkwardness as we learn how to function as friends, I printed out a list of safe topics for polite conversation. Since last we spoke, have you acquired any pets?
No.
Since last we spoke, have you planned or gone on any vacations?
I might go visit my aunt next week.
Where has this list been all my life?
Rubber gloves are here. Just scrape, wash, and stack. If you need me, I'll be around.
Hoping some poor kid would come up to me and say, "Please, sir, I want some more."
Then the next day was 73 degrees. Then the day after that was 72.
Are we done discussing the weather?
I don't know if I'd call it discussing. You kind of sat back and let me do all the work.
We've known each other a long time. We are perfectly capable of having a conversation without relying on a list off the internet.
I know you've been seeing other men. Have you had coitus with any of them?
Straight to the top of his mouth. Mate, he must have been thinking that for ages, though. Do you know what I mean? It must be bothering him, that.
Teaspoon of pepper, which I believe was also the name of your childhood dog.
Who's my favorite member of NSYNC?
Justin.
Who's my favorite Backstreet Boy?
Nice try, NSYNC forever.
Damn it!
The king of husbands. I know that you don't like the lingerie that I got you on Valentine's Day.
Wait, why don't I like the lingerie you got me?
It's orange, and you think it makes you look like a slutty carrot.
I never told you that, but I did write it in my journal.
I didn't know you had a journal.
I also know your voice gets higher when you're lying.
I just don't understand that, though. Like, why? He's technically spying. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, it's like reading somebody's texts. I mean, I get somebody reading somebody's text if you think that somebody's cheating on you in a relationship and you're, like, skeptical. To be honest, you know, I mean, I'm going to sidetrack here, but because, obviously, when you're in a relationship, you watch random shit. Honestly, you really do. Like I said, I mentioned many times, I've watched Lucifer recently again, which I've seen, and I've obviously I'm watching Dexter again, which I've seen, but my girlfriend's not, so I'm rewatching him. But she loves random stuff as well. Like, I never watched the show Catfish, yeah? Mate, I've been bashing through those, like, when you're just having tea or something downstairs in the background when you're cleaning. Mate, that's a weird show as well. You know what I mean? People think that they're in a relationship because they've been texting for, like, years, and then, obviously, you know, they've never even met, and then they come in and try and find him. And it's like another show where, like, people contacting, it's like MTV style, and basically they're like, I think my partner's cheating on me, will you look into it? And then they go and they do recon, and they start spying, and they're watching him. Kind of get that type of ones, you know what I mean? Like, if you're going on somebody's phone, and, like, you're reading it, or you're obviously checking out the journals because you feel like your relationship is not stable and somebody's cheating on you. I don't condone it, but, like, I kind of understand it. But, like, just leisurely, you know what I mean? Like, if I went over there now and just opened the drawer and got a diary out and started reading all their personal stuff, I just don't get why. It's like a bit of invasion of privacy, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not needed. And also, if you didn't want people to read your text, if you got an iPhone now on the brand new update, you could put an actual passcode lock on any app on your phone, which is really interesting. So, if you have got something to hide, game changer, you know, don't tell anyone that I told you that.
This reminds me of high school.
You worked in a restaurant?
No, I was in India. It was humid and smelled funny.
Getting into a groove here. This isn't so bad.
Only 5 hours and 40 minutes to go.
We've only been doing this 20 minutes.
Washing dishes can be an excellent form of meditation. The key is that while washing the dishes, one should only be washing the dishes. It's about being present in the moment, focusing on the feeling of the warm water, the smell of the detergent, the sound of the dishes squeaking, and following your own breath. It's about simply being.
I need 3 people out front.
Me!
Don't be mad. It was a long time ago and it was an accident.
How can reading my journal be an accident?
I didn't even know what it was. I saw it on your nightstand. I picked it up. Hey, okay, let me make this up to you. Sometimes I keep an online journal. I want you to read something that I wrote.
No, really, I'm fine.
Thy name
Oh,
is
God,
Penny.
stop.
Penny's beauty, like our love, grows more with each passing day.
Does it really
Therefore,
say that?
don't say that.
Why would I lie?
OMG, OMG, we're so close to the new Star Wars, I can't take it. God.
Well, you didn't read it right. The new Star Wars is coming. Gah!
I'm sensing things have gotten awkward.
No, it's okay. So you had some questions about me seeing other people.
How many dates have you been on? Who are they with? Where'd you go?
I've been on 6 dates with 3 different people. It was either for coffee or dinner. 1 I met at a bookstore, and 2 I met online. I haven't slept with anyone. The aquarium is 40 minutes away, and there's a baggie of Cheerios for you in the glove compartment.
Regular or honey nut?
I mix them.
No wonder gentlemen callers are pounding down your door. Do you have any questions for me?
Just one. Are you doing okay?
I am.
Cheerios are banging though, aren't they? It's so good. Is that Elon Musk? But how random was that? Was that last episode I said that?
You're Elon Musk. What are you doing here?
I'm washing dishes. Well, I was on the turkey line, but I got demoted for being too generous with the gravy.
What an honor to meet you. I'm such a fan of Tesla and SpaceX, all your companies. Howard Wolowitz, Caltech. Nothing better than helping people. Something I realized when I was viewing Earth from the deck of the International Space Station, where I spent 2 months as a payload specialist, a job I was qualified for because I'm an MIT-trained engineer.
Well, you're here on Thanksgiving, so you're probably a good person.
I really want to go to Mars, assuming I can bring my wife. She hardly takes up any room. She's basically a carry-on.
Oh, look. Someone hardly touched their pumpkin pie. Want to share it with me?
Pumpkin pie from a homeless shelter with Elon Musk? You bet I do!
Do you know what? It's mad. Honestly, it's mad. Elon Musk, right? Like, to put it into context, at one point, I don't know if his network's gone up or down, but at one point, he could give every single human being in the entire world, like, $5 each or something. Like, think of every single human being you've ever seen in your life he could give money to and starve money himself. That's fucking mad. But honestly, it is mad. And to be honest, his companies are pretty good. You know, I think it's mad that America puts so much money into NASA. See, I don't really know loads of stuff, and I could be wrong on this, but like I read something like they pump so much money into like NASA and like space programs, but like I don't think NASA have their own like rockets and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't physically have their own things to shoot them up into space. So have they started pairing or like outsourcing and paying like Elon Musk in SpaceX and kind of doing partnership? I could be totally wrong, but like Elon Musk is basically trying to create rockets that go up into space and then could land back down and be reused again. Where people like NASA have been rocking for, well, I was gonna say hundreds of years, but you know what I mean? For time anyway. Everybody associates space with like NASA and stuff, and it's like they've not done something like that. I do think it's pretty crazy, and also obviously Tesla, it's gone crazy. He's getting, he's got a company called Neuralink where he wants to implement like a chip into someone's brain, and then he wants to basically, he's like saying, everybody's brain's like a circuit board, and sometimes on a circuit board, you know, some of the wires become loose and somebody has to come and have to rejig them again. And like his company Neuralink is to implement a chip inside of the brain so that he could create something that kind of fixes the incorrect parts of people, whether, you know, they got diseases and stuff like that, or like the ability to, well, people who are paralyzed, he thinks that he's got a chance to be able to help them like put the, I don't even know, like body parts, like the brain muscles back together or something and help them walk it. I think it's crazy, me. Like, honestly, it really, really is. If you can fund it and you could do it, he's gonna make, he's got bank now, but he'd be making so much more.
Oh, for a Thanksgiving buffet and an aquarium cafeteria? That was really bad.
You're just upset because they ran out of pilgrim hats.
Well, they gave one to that baby. He wasn't even awake. Oh, would you care to play an ocean-themed game I invented? One of us chooses 3 aquatic creatures, and the other one must decide which he would eat, befriend, or battle. I'll start you off easy. Electric eel, pufferfish, shrimp.
Gotta read the shrimp.
I wouldn't fight the eel because I know it can generate enough current to kill a horse. So I'd eat the eel, fight the shrimp, and befriend the pufferfish because it would be nice to have company on those days I feel bloated. Seal, hagfish, SpongeBob SquarePants.
I'll fight SpongeBob because he's so friendly we'll just end up tickling each other. I'll befriend the seal because he's trainable, which was the problem I'm having with my current friends. Which means I'll have to eat the hagfish.
I miss this.
How can you miss a game you've never played before, silly?
Sometimes I'm silly.
Hey, where'd you go? I can't tell if the turkey's done.
Hi, lover. I'm sorry about the journal. I want to make it up to you, so I'm gonna let you post a shame photo of me on Facebook.
I don't want people to see this. I don't want to see it.
Don't want people to see what, huh? A little bit of this,
I mean, it's confidence all from him, to be fair.
some of this. Since it's Thanksgiving, an extra helping of this.
Context is key of everything in it.
I've never been friends with any of my exes.
Oh, I'm sure you and Leonard will be able to pull it off.
Hi, Sheldon. I'm just driving home from my mother's.
Did you have a nice time?
I did. I really enjoyed spending this morning with you.
Oh, well, I can't take all the credit. It was pretty funny when that one anchovy started going the wrong way.
I was thinking that, maybe I'm ready to be your girlfriend again. I was hoping maybe...
Amy, I excel at many things, but getting over you wasn't one of them.
What's he doing, man?
I think I need to just be your friend. Oh, I watched a video of the hagfish producing mucus, so I'm gonna change my answer and eat SpongeBob.
Okay, sure.
Mate, do you know what the perfect way of doing that is? I know it's a bit harsh, but saying that and then running to her house and proposing to her. That is what you call peak unexpected moment. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's laid it out, wants to be with Sheldon, he's turned it down. She's kind of devastated. She turns up, you're the love of my life, I want to marry you, I was only kidding, psych. Do you know what I mean? Like, that'd be so good. Because the whole point of a proposal and stuff is for the person to be surprised. Now, obviously, there's certain situations and, you know, you want it to be all lovey-dovey and romantic in a good location, but at the end of the day as well, I feel like that is a kind of perfect moment, to be honest, you know. I mean, I don't know what he's doing rejecting her, because last episode, or was it the one before? I can't. Within the last 2 episodes, he was about to propose to her, and then he's got a chance of being with her again, and then he's rejected her. Do you know what I mean? Like, are we going to make our mind up? I do always say I hate the willy won't they, and I know they will be together, and obviously it's been put out there, and it's not, and they're going. How long do we have to prolong it? Because I mean, today's episode is pretty good, to be honest. We have 3 storylines going. You know, we had the soup kitchen, we had Leonard and Penny, and we also had Sheldon and Amy. However, I do feel like the first 9 episodes have heavily been around Amy and Sheldon. Are they going to be together? Are they not? And what's happening with their relationship? And mate, we haven't still got a line drawn in the sand. I mean, I know today it was like, I think we should just be friends. But like last episode, it was just going on dates. You know what I mean? So like, I don't take anything for it. I don't know where we stand. Do you know what I mean? So if it was me anyway, I think the perfect way would be do it is to surprise her, just run to her apartment, wait for her, knock on the door, one knee or whatever. You know what I mean? Do the proposal in episode 10. I don't think it's going to happen, but if I could write and hope and wish, that's what I would pick. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So, it's again, Amy and Sheldon, quite heavily through it. And to be honest, I'm really happy that they actually spent time together. I said that I missed them being on the screen. Mate, I literally said, how weird is it? I think like last episode, I was saying, you know, I feel like we're heavily revolved around them, but they're not really on the screen together. Do you know what I mean? Like she's with their friends and he's with them, and they're never really in together as a unit. And then I obviously talked about Elon Musk as well, like one of his old wives marrying somebody. And then baby, go into this episode, absolutely random, like them two spend time together. Elon Musk makes an appearance. Like, what's going on there, mate? Honestly, that is so random. For me anyway, it's so random. But you know, it's good that they spent time together, and Amy's realised, you know, like she wanted time away from Sheldon because she felt like she wasn't wanted and stuff like that. But like, you know, at some point I think I said it before, like in a relationship in a different context, it's like, you know, I think we were talking about being bad when they said like a bad boyfriend, and I was like, mate, you're not a bad boyfriend or girlfriend if you just don't give like a certain part of the relationship that the partner wants. You know what I mean? Like, you could be a good boyfriend or girlfriend if you're always there for them, if you're always like waiting them hand and foot, you're always there. You know what I mean? Like, you respect everything that they say. You're always buying them gifts. You know what I mean? Like, that is being a good boyfriend and girlfriend. But there's another side to it, is somebody might personally themselves, like, for their, how they feel like the relationship needs cuddling every night and holding hands, and you need to have some PDA and let people know that we are together in your mind. And like, if you don't give that, then it makes that person might think that this relationship doesn't have everything that I want. Now, that doesn't mean you're a bad partner. You know what I mean? And we said that at one point, and I think that's with Amy as well. Like, she's come to the realization that she thought that, not that he was a bad partner, but maybe this relationship has not got what I wanted. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's got a lot of attributes and a lot of aspects that I really do like, but it's something missing. You know what I mean? Like, I need something else, and that's why they broke up. And she's out there and she's searched for it, and she's realised that nobody can really fill that void. And I actually was most happiest around Sheldon on everything else that we was doing. So like, she could even find that, you know what I mean? She could find that one that's cuddling and holding hands and public affection all the time. But then all the other side of the relationship, the respect, you know what I mean? The fact that they don't listen to you, they don't take you out, you know what I mean? Don't buy you gifts, don't go to events, you know what I mean? Don't just appreciate who you are. Like, that overshadows it. And it's like, sometimes something that you thought was major is actually very minor. And like, I feel like she may have come to that realization again that like, she needed time away from Sheldon. And then when she's around his presence and she's realized these little jokes, these little games, the quirkiness, the whole situation of us being together here, spending time, that is what I need. And that's what's missing in my life. I thought it was something else, but no, absence makes the heart grow fonder. She's got to that point. But again, you know what I mean? Now Sheldon's come to the realization that, we could finally be friends, and now this has dropped in. So it's a bit crazy, that one. But in case we go over and talk about Leonard and Penny, interesting in them. He has obviously invaded a private personal space. He's read a journal. And now if it was out on the side and he didn't actually know it was a journal, like sometimes, again, both sides of the fence. If he's cleaning up and he picks up a book and he don't know what it is, you know what I mean? It's on the side, you pick it up, you're like, what's this? You just open it. There's many times, you know what I mean? Like, you can't tell me you've not been in your own house and you're moving stuff and like, it's one of your partner's things and you're like, mate, I've never seen this before. What is it? You know what I mean? And you just looked at it. That's not invading the space. And like, knowing Sheldon Leonard's character, he probably has. He's probably opened it, seen it's a journal and was like, mate, I can't put it down, I'm glued to it. And he's read it. Now, obviously, that's wrong. And I feel like the punishment that he was willing to give himself by dressing up like that in the lingerie and holding a sign and letting her post it on Facebook or social media, mate, that is a pretty good, what we say, forfeit? I don't know, like, I'm sorry. It's really embarrassing. And like, he's doing his little dance for her and they've all walked in at the end, which is funny. And just the whole thing was decent. To be honest, I've liked I kind of actually liked everything that's been going on with everyone recently. It's been a pretty good fun start to the season. And obviously now I'm even more interested in the Amy and Sheldon thing. I was interested whenever they're getting back together. Now Amy wants to and Sheldon done. It's like, mate, the coin's totally flipped. It was Sheldon trying to ask her, now she's asking him. Like, what is going on? So, mate, 9th episode, the 9th season, still loads to go, obviously. Double digits next, maybe we get a crazy one. I can't wait for it. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.